Hey everybody, not only do my next guests have the best beard in the hip hop game, but they are off the chain. These guys have recently teamed up and put out an EP called Gold Rush that is making waves all over the scene. Here they are, Deacon Blue and Pawpaw Fresh with Gold Rush. What's up, fellas? How you guys doing, man?
Good, man. You?
Great to see both of you. Appreciate you joining me on the show here to talk about, the EP Gold Rush, and that you guys have now teamed up and put your creative energies together, put out this EP with six bangers on there, man. Like every single track is dope. Man, I was just listening to it again, digging what you guys are doing, man. And this is available on iTunes and all that.
Yeah, every streaming platform from iTunes to YouTube to Apple Music to Bandcamp. You can download it off there and buy it, whatever you want.
Hell yeah, man. Now tell me, because I know Deacon Blue, me and you go way back. I know you from way back in the day. Pawpaw Fresh became a fan of you in like the last few years. You're out in there in Memphis. I was just there, dude. Great town. Yeah, man. I should have hit you up, man. We went on that party street. What the heck's the name of that street?
Beale.
Yeah, we on Beale Street, the legendary Beale Street. Yeah, man. So, but what I want to know is how did you guys kind of link up and just take me through the whole story of how you guys met to getting this EP off the ground.
Go ahead, Papa.
All right. Well, I kept seeing Deacon in one of the chats called the Country Rap Report, and he had put out a couple songs that I really, really dug. You know what I'm saying? They were real personal songs. Downriver was one of them. It was really dope. And so it was always something about Deacon's flow. I couldn't put my finger on it, but something was different. I said, something is up with this Deacon dude, even though he didn't have a lot of music out that I knew about. And so when I took the exit and decided not to do the West 10 no more, and I wanted to do some authentic hip hop sounding joints, some more breaks, some more DJ scratches. And I told Deacon, I said, man, you got to, this is just in one of the chats. I said, hey, you got to get on this thing called the Fresh MC Round 1. And he didn't hesitate. He was the first guy to have his back, which now I know why, because I can send that dude a beat and in like 15 minutes, he's done sent back his verse. Amazing. I don't know how he do that. But man, he showed out on the Fresh MC Round 1, and we just, we talked on the phone a couple times. I was really appreciative, and he got to telling me a little bit of his backstory, and then it clicked. I said, okay, nobody knows the backstory, not many people, and now I understand what I was hearing in my ear, that Deacon is an old school hip hop junkie. You know what I'm saying? And I said, dude, if you was about to pick the first song you wanted to rock on to let somebody hear that ain't familiar with authentic old school hip hop, classic hip hop, 90s, the golden era, what would that be? And I think Deacon said the Guru joint, Full Clip. Is that that's the right one, right?
Yeah, Gangstar, yeah.
Yeah. And
dope.
so I made a joint trying to bring back that sound of DJ Premier, which is one of my favorite producers. Put some scratches, some little samples in there, man, and that was the first joint we rocked. And I'm telling you, probably within about a month to 5 weeks, 6 weeks at the most, we were done with 6 brand new joints. And then there's the Gold Rush EP right there.
I feel like you guys bring the best of each other, or or you inspire each other or something, because you guys are like just rocking it. I feel like a floodgate just kind of poured open, and you guys are connected in this way that's just comes across so dope. And like you said, throwing back the old school vibes, it comes through in the production, in the rhymes, in the whole style. And yeah, man. And I just think you guys are kind of bringing each other to a new level. And for both of you guys, like you touched on a little bit, both of you guys have kind of past lives in this industry. You both did pretty big things early on when you were a little younger. Now, moving forward now, what's some of the what are you doing differently, and how are you avoiding any of those kind of same mistakes or doing it different? Yeah.
I'll take a first crack at that real quick. The motto that me and my man have been having here is, I feel like we like distant brothers on a lot of the stuff. Like, if it ain't fun, it ain't getting done. Right?
Yeah, right on.
I say it all the time. So here's the thing. What we doing is we just doing it. We doing it for the love, because this is what we grew up with. This is what we do. It's not like if we get a hit record and we make $1 million, I'm gonna stop rapping. Nah. This is what we do. It's the culture. It's what we fell in love with. So we ain't doing it for a goal of making money. We doing it to have fun. We ain't trying to make it. We already made it, son. We grown men here. We grown men here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't running around chicken my head cut off. Yo, I gotta get this demo recorded so I can submit it to so-and-so. He said he's gonna put me on. Come on.
Yeah, so you're more mature in the game. You've already been there, done that. You're doing it now more for yourself, not for anything else. You're not like the dream of, like, MTV or that. Those aren't part of this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We do it because we love it. And if something popped off, great. But we ain't stressing none of it, man. You've heard me say before, y'all want to sub the channel and like this and that, go ahead. You don't, I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm going to still make my music. And guess what? If we making the best joints that I think we've ever done in both our careers, we both compared notes. You know what I mean? We were like, yo, these joints are the best stuff we ever done.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I gotta say, like, listening to this track, man, I mean, because I know, both of you guys have evolved through the years, of your careers, but this, without taking away anything from you did in the past, this is some of the dopest stuff that I've heard. And I think too, it not only is it coming from a real place and all that stuff, but it's kind of bringing back that, like I said, that old school sound that I think is missing from hip hop nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And and I think you're speaking to a demographic of real hip hop heads, like ones that've been around through the 80s and 90s and all of that.
People who know, right? And it's still alive and well. It's underground, but and to what you said, there's cats that we knew from our own neighborhood, Central Islip, that have heard this joint. We're like, yo, where'd that come from? That's the best stuff we've heard you on. You know what I mean? Like, how many years later, So, and that's from dudes from neighborhoods that you and me both know. So that's cool. And none of this. So he talk about me sending back a verse in 15 minutes. My man is making beats on his lunch break, right? He makes the dopest joints you ever heard. These beats, wait till you hear his next joints. Like, during lunch, just be like, yo, check your email real quick. And if I'm not busy at work, I'll get the beat, I'll listen to it, and I'm just like, boom, the pen gets hot really quick when I hear these beats, and I'm sending back a verse in 10 minutes. It's just been a great volleying of ideas.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. You guys got that chemistry going on, and Papa Fresh, man. Like, if you check his Instagram, you'll see, like, this guy's making beats nonstop all day. He's on the turntables. He's just doing his thing. So not only is he a dope MC, but he's also kind of doing most of the production and the beats and all that kind of stuff. So that's fucking to me, that's bringing the best out of you, and you're bringing the best out of him, and it's this kind of endless circle of
we're doing a lot of collabing, because we got to talking. He got my history around, because I always knew Papa produced, didn't know he's a DJ. That's a core competency, and that's where it all started for my man. And that's great. Me, it started as an MC, but I've been making beats since the 90s myself, so we trading beats back and forth.
Yeah.
Right. It just so happens that he comes with these beats. I'm like, I don't feel stressed that I need to make a beat. I'm just writing, doing what I'm doing in my pocket, and having a good time. But you know, these next joints you might hear 1 or 2 Deacon beats. I ain't trying. We just having fun. You know.
Yeah, you're gonna hear a couple on there. I mean, what's crazy though is I'm like at lunch. At lunch, I might send one. Sometimes I might send two. Well, Deacon already got verses on about 20 more joints, and I'm on it. I'm like, man, this dude is. What do you drink in the morning? Because I need some of that drink. You know what I mean? Because but look, I'm gonna tell you, I'm having more fun now than I've ever had. This is taking me back to when I was a high school dude with turntables. I'd get out of school, I'd run to my room and try to make the next mixtape. You know what I mean? So this right here, this energy, this vibe, man, that me and Deacon got going on is like we in the pocket man, it's just so fun. And at the same time, it's kind of funny that like we not really trying, we just having fun, but at the same time, we both feel like, hey, this is some of the dopest music we both ever did in our life.
Hey, what it do? Keep it Deacon Blue, Paw coming through. Hey, what's that sign? It be gold rush going down.
And so it's just kind of funny to watch a lot of the younger folk, and some of them not so young, which is kind of sad. But they chasing this music, man, and chasing streams and all that foolishness. And like they trying to make it, we just creating it. We just having fun, man.
Yep.
You know.
I think that's vital. I think that's why your stuff is so good, and why you guys are so excited about it is because you're not doing it for anybody except for yourselves, essentially, and you're having fun. And I think you guys definitely inspire each other, whether it's through the beats or through the lyrics. Because if to be able to turn out something, whether you're making beats lunchtime and then he's writing them in an hour, there's some kind of vibes going on that's you guys are inspiring each other like crazy. And dude, that is not easy to find a partner that brings out the best of you like that, you know, and working both ways
and across the country, man. I mean, who would ever think that you mix New York with Memphis and make it sound dope?
Like super dope.
And like people here be like, wow, it must have took years for y'all to develop that chemistry. Nah.
And your voices, dude, the voice, both of your flows and your styles and your voices just go together, man. It's so dope. I'm just freaking vibing out.
I gotta say, my wife likes it, so I won.
There you go.
Hey, that's better than a gold record right there. I let my wife hear one of the songs. I had just did a quick mix. A lot of times I'll burn it on a CD and take it to the truck. And so I was out there listening to it, pretty loud. She walks out to the truck and actually listens to Clap Your Hands. And she's like, I can actually understand what you're saying on this song. My wife has never said that in my 25 years of marriage. I'm like, you know what? We got a gold freaking record, man. That's a gold record.
There you go. It doesn't get any better than that. But
Deacon in the house. Say what? Mr. Fresh in the house. Say what? It's a gold rush. Hey. It's a gold rush. Hey. Hey. It's a gold rush. Hey.
Now with the creative process, man, being far away from each other like this, I assume it's all through the internet and things like that. So how does it work? So you get the beat, you rhyme in your studio and then send him the raw?
Yeah, it is a little bit of that. So I get a stereo to beat, I'll send back vocals, and then we'll trade stems. My man here is also great on the boards, mixing and mastering, and we trade ideas because I've done my share of that too. So it's great. It's like a full collaboration. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. But we wanted to make like we didn't want to make it seem like we were that far apart, right? Far apart. I mean, these joints. I've been actually asked, like, because you hear the intros and how we interact on these songs, like, you guys in the same room,
Right? Yeah.
And that's the way it came off this record.
Yeah.
And
If you wait. So, and that's what a lot of people that's listen to us say, man, how long y'all been recording music together? I'm like, I ain't never met Deacon. We just been swapping stuff on the internet. I mean, Lord willing, we actually gonna meet up one day and throw the rod and reel out in the lake and do a little fishing. You know what I'm saying? Reminisce.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Right now, man, it's like it's just. I ain't never worked with nobody like Deacon. I'm telling you, when he sends me his raw vocals, they are not raw vocals. He done went in, he done cleaned up all the little breaths and all the little sounds in between. I ain't nobody ever did that. I always had to clean up everything everybody send me. But when I get his vocals, I basically, a lot of times, I'm just flying them in and making our vocals on the same level, and I mean they're done, you know.
Right.
So it's because we both done the same things, right? We both had to mix and master songs, so I get it, you know what I mean? And that's what we did. Sometimes I'm mixing the vocals, other times I want to make sure whatever I'm sending, we're good to go, because we understand the heavy lifting. We're trying to make this fun, full collaboration at every level. You know what I mean?
Right on.
Yeah, it ain't been hard work at all. It's been too much fun.
Yeah, man. That's the key to success, man. Just if you're enjoying what you're doing, you never work a day in your life, right? So, and the same thing with music videos and stuff like that. When you guys shoot those, so you know, obviously you're two different places, but it also kind of looks like it all makes sense.
Yeah.
When do you guys plan to meet up? When's that going to happen? Because that has to be documented.
Yeah, I was just discussing that with my boss this weekend. I mean, my wife. And you know, I think we probably gonna make it happen in the near future. I mean, you know, it's probably gonna be either a fall or a summer thing, you know. But you know, maybe next year, you know, we touring around with an idea, you know, playing Music Fest out here, submitting the originals and see if we get me and my man on stage here with the turntables, the whole 9 yards and rocking. So, you know, we've been talking about it. My wife been talking about, you know, going down to Memphis because my daughter would like to go see, you know, everybody like to go see Elvis's crib. So, you know, if we end up down that way, we're going to link up for sure. So,
yeah. Man. Yeah, yes, Memphis was awesome, man. You got Sun Studios right over there, Elvis. You got Beale Street. That town's hopping. It's a music town. You feel it as soon as you get in there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So all right. So you guys are planning. That was my thing too. I wanted to ask you guys, like, what has the reaction been from your peers with, you know, because like I said, for me, old school hip hop head, I'm loving this, man. It's so, each track is just freaking fire. So props on that. But what are you hearing from your peers out there?
I'm gonna tell you that I think we shocked everybody because we didn't really tell nobody we were about to do this. And the stuff that I had been doing had been more like Memphis style, Southern beats, you know what I mean? A little bit with some live guitars here and there. And that's what most of these people was wanting production wise. So when we came with this classic golden hip hop era type beats, I think we shocked them. They didn't know we could do that. And that's really funny is like they really don't know who we are. But if they listen to that EP, they'll get a little taste of where we grew up and what we grew up and doing back then when, in my opinion, was the best time of hip hop music, you know, back then. It ain't now. Thankfully, it's a few of us old heads like Deacon and myself and a lot of other people we met at the Junkies TV channel on YouTube. Shout out to Trife, man. Hip hop is is still here. There's a lot of dope independent hip hop artists, young and older heads like us that are still making music, which I love to see.
You know what's
Yep.
cool too is you. I remember when I spoke to you last time, Papa. You mentioned that a lot of these young cats in your neck of the woods and don't really know the old school music. They don't know any of the rap history. So what's good for that is that this sound that you're bringing is exciting and new to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to be like blown away. Yeah.
The time capsule. You hear this, you think it's 1993.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
That's what I'm saying. And these younger kids, these younger cats that never heard it before, they're like, oh shit, what is this?
Beat bangs like a pickaxe, rob you like state tax, heavy like weight racks. We dope, that's plain facts. It's a gold rush, boom bap sounds lush. Your perception crush. What's left is my dust is what you eatin'. Try to keep pace with the deacon. Mr. Fresh Beats is freaking stripped down like they shrieking. Got these young kids tweaking. We kill it all week. When I start drinking, full throttle through the weekend. I'm a mirror.
Yeah, it hit some kids differently, but it's brought in what we were messing with, right? Like Papa was saying. You know, we actually went into the underground YouTube channels and hit real hip hop heads and see what folks thought. Like, are we really making what we think we are? And it kind of confirmed we are. I mean, again, yeah, shout out to Trife and the Junkies and that whole crew over there. They run a nice show over there, a bunch of dope MCs, real hip hop over there, as I'd like to say. And, you know, we accepted like, well, whoa. Where these guys come from? This is real hip hop. They got that classic sound too.
Yeah.
So that's great, and it's broadened the horizons. It's actually put me back in touch with some of the hip hop cats that I known throughout the multiple decades here that I've been messing with this and getting in a couple of their ears. So you never know who you may hear on the track here, there in the future when we're rocking. So you know, we stay in the pocket, right? We having a good time.
This is dope.
Rapper slow, no, bro. You
This
insane.
is dope, man. It's original too.
It's
It's super fire. We definitely gonna hear that record again on the channel.
There you go. Are you guys still doing your solo projects, or are you gonna become a like a team and stick to it that way, or what's the whole scenario, you guys?
I mean, right now we definitely solo artists, but we're doing this collaboration. To me, we the new Pete Rock and CL Smooth of the lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, we seriously though, we having a good time. There's no like hard plan. You know, Mr. Fresh got tons of joints that he's got his own solo stuff. So do I. But I'm about what am I working on that's the most fun? And the most fun is the first time I've collabed on a project. A full project, not like a song, full project with another artist, MC, whatever you want to call it, in almost 30 years, man, over 28 years. Because I was just doing solo, right? Features here and there. And this has been the most fun I've had because we got that creative violin back and forth. And we can be like, yo, this song, yo, we can lift this lyric off this 1989 record that me and Papa would know. But if I was talking to one of these cats who's 32 years old, be like, who's that?
Yeah,
you know, so we appreciate digging in the great crates. You know what I mean? Like that's a lost art nowadays. You know, my man over here is digging.
Always.
So Papa, what's the kind of the method to the madness? Like, what sparks an idea for from the production side, from the beats and all that to the lyrics to how you want this song to be?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the inspiration is we'll just be conversating on the phone, and Deacon might say a phrase or something in relation to something going on in the rap world, and something will pop in my mind, you know, about a sample off of something I heard. I said, oh yeah, I can take that sample, and I'll go digging for it off YouTube or whatever, and before you know it, at lunchtime, I'm already cooking on it, you know. So a lot of times it's in a conversation, or he'll send me something. Hey, you remember this from back in the day, and you know, and then there you go. I'm digging down. I'm going down the rabbit hole. You know what I mean? And then I say, oh, I like how that beats. So I'll go snatch the drum, the kicks, the snares, and I'll make my own. You know, So it's just when he said when it's a true collaboration, like Deacon saying, that's exactly what this is. The energy we feeding off each other. So I'm listening to him, and he done sent me a verse back in 15 minutes. I'm reading his lines, and he might say something in there, and that sparks something else. You know, oh, I'm a, you know. And then it's just never ending. And I'm not joking. When I'm saying the dude's got 20 verses or something. He done sent me. I got the verses already, and you know, and I'm like, I gotta write on these joints, man. I'm behind. You know what I mean? So, but it's so much fun, man. Look, I'm honestly, I did not think I was ever gonna do this ever again with another artist.
Right. Yeah.
I just did the West 10 thing. I was like, okay, I'm solo. I'm not fooling with nobody. I'm gonna sell beats. I'm just gonna do my song. And then lo and behold, here we are, an EP in probably a month, 5 weeks. And probably got 2 more EPs. All I got to do is write and record them, and they'll be done. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's been a great experience. Like I said, I didn't think I'd be doing this either, and it just kind of stumbled across, and we just got to know each other. Got a lot in common. You know, we family first men. You know what I mean? We ain't about the drama. We ain't chasing some kid stuff. You know.
Yeah.
And we both appreciate hip hop. Like we appreciate even the newer boom bap hip hop artists. You know, Papa, I tell you, I be sending him stuff all the time. He sending me stuff too. I'm sending him like, yo, you check out this artist Marlon Craft, the dude out of Hell's Kitchen. The dude's nice with it, you know, and his beats and production. It's kind of inspiring to see some dude, young dude, that is still holding it down in that direction. A lot of these folks that are on that Junkies ATL channel, same type of thing. Daz Jones and all those guys, Jay Scott and all that. Some of those dudes is old school, but they still putting out some dope music.
You know, I tell you, somebody else Deacon turned me on to was this guy named Tone Chop and Frost Gamble. Man, Frost Gamble's the beat maker. Tone Chop is the MC. Man, I'm gonna tell you, some of the dopest niggas, they not no young dudes. They heads, you know what I mean? They drop a joint about every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean? It's crazy.
2-3 weeks, they got a new song out. And I'm like, and it's, you know, I'm loving it, man. That energy, you can tell that they got the same type of situation. They feeding that energy, feeding off each other, and they you know, coming up with some really dope music.
Yeah, they do. They're dope. Frost is ill on the beats, and I just like discovering that stuff. Chops from up there in Binghamton, New York. You know, you never know. Could head up that one day and meet a dude. But there's a lot of folks that have been around that, you know, that still do it, that have been doing it for a long time, that are still in that boom bap, you know, classic hip hop vibe where, you know, sampling is still a thing. The collage of beats, you know, how you grabbing, snatching sounds. You know, people using some of the same type of equipment, like an old SP 1200 or equivalent, you know, the new machine that they come out to emulate it and things like that, an MPC 2000, all those type of things, which is still alive and well, which is hip hop history, you know what I mean? So, and it's amazing about how many of these young kids coming up in certain circles just don't know their history. So, you know, it's cool to, I just feel like we're in a cool place, man. I feel like we're at a point where we give back musically, you know, a little bit of education at the same time. And sometimes just, you know, not dissing these kids, but calling them out on what's out there right now, man, and try to get your focus right. You know?
Right on. And I think too, like the biggest inspiration you guys have for me is the fact that you're doing it, and you're having fun with it, and that's what it's all about. You're doing it because you love it. You're not doing it with any other, like, you know, aspirations, like as if you were a youngster coming up. You're doing it going, hey man, if big things happen, that's great. Right. But you know what? I'm loving the ride, man. I'm loving the journey more now than ever.
It's the journey. Yeah. And we got joints coming up. I got a couple lines, man. One of them are like, yo, if you're doing this rap music thing, I'm gonna recommend you get a job. right? Because I ain't that dude. I ain't that dude that's gonna sell you on a dream, man.
Right. Yeah,
Yo,
exactly.
Nightmares are dreams too. I'm not saying don't follow them, but be a realist. Not everybody's Jelly Roll, and not everybody's Post Malone.
Right.
For every one of those, there's tens of thousands of stories that are not nowhere near successful. So get your mind right, get your priorities right, get your life right. Don't throw it away chasing some nonsense. All right, at the end of the day, you can do both. Do it. You know?
Right. That's right. Facts.
Yep. Well said, man. Well said. So now you guys
what's
mentioned
the favorite track? What's the favorite track, Don?
I love the one where you're like, I ain't doing that. What's the name of that one? I know you. I know you. Yeah.
See, glorifying rats, I ain't doing that. Flashing all this cash, I ain't doing that. Fake beefs and rants, yo, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that, nah, we ain't doing that.
You got a cowboy hat, nah, I ain't doing that. Gold grill in your mouth, nah, I ain't doing that. Yo, you're leasing on a car, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that.
That and Gold Rush. Gold Rush is dope.
Okay.
But I know you has a lot of samples on there, if I'm not mistaken, and it has a real kind of old school vibes that I'm loving, and it was the one, dude. I don't dance a lot, but you guys had me dancing. I was just like vibing out, like yeah, dude. I felt like I was, freaking. Yeah, man, you guys brought me to life. I was like, yeah. And then I love when you kind of, saying I ain't doing that. I'm not, basically a lot what you said in this interview. Like I'm doing this because I want to do this. I'm not selling out. I'm not putting face tattoos on. I'm not trying to be this. I'm not trying to be that. I'm not wearing a cowboy hat. Yeah, exactly. I'm not. Yeah. So it's a whole different perspective of where you guys are coming from, and I think it could inspire lots of people, not only in our demographic, but also younger kids too could see what you guys are doing and see, hey man, that's how I should view this. Yeah. Let me have fun with this, because that's the core of it. Like for me, I work in sports entertainment and stuff, and we always say, hey man, if we're not having fun, how can we expect the fans to have fun? And it's the same type of thing with in all entertainment, but in this too, it's like, hey man, you guys are having fun. It comes through in the music. I agree. You know what I'm saying? So kudos, man, to this partnership, which is so crazy, because like 20 years ago, you guys never could we pulled this off like this. You know what I'm saying? And it took modern technology to bring this old school flavor back. Isn't that crazy?
Right.
Yeah. It's been, as my man said, just too much fun. Like it ain't work. It's just fun. I feel like a little kid again back when I was trying to drop bars at 18 years old. Be like, yo, I need to hurry up and write this. This is fun, right? I get 15 minutes, break in between doing dishes or something after dinner, whatever. I gotta hop down the studio real quick. I got an idea for this hook. That's how the hook for Gold Rush came out. I recorded that joint in 10 minutes.
It's dope too.
So that's how the creative process works for sure. Yeah, I love I Know You. That joint ain't got a hook in
it. Right.
Yeah, man. These next joints that we've been working on, I think you'll hear the progression. It ain't because we sit down and try to plot, well, we got to make one sound like this and one sound like this. We didn't have no plan. I'm sending beats and he's sending back bars, and I'm like, this next EP, however we decide to drop it, is, in my opinion, a step up even from the first one. It is again, it's some of the dopest music I've ever did in my life. Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait. I was off this last week, and my plans were, okay, I'm getting this next EP finished. I didn't finish one song. You know what I mean? I was like, what the world's going on? I got to go back to work so I can really finish these songs.
Right? Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
So I agree. We stepping it up.
True.
We definitely stepping up on this next one. I think bar wise, just hitting them heavier, beats wise, just that much more progression. It's and a wide range of stuff too. We just we just doing what feels good, you know.
Right on,
Exactly.
man. I can't wait to hear the new stuff, and for sure, man, you could definitely gotta send me so
Yeah.
a sneak sample or something before you guys drop it. But either way, man, I'm loving what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Where could
Single
people find this
single.
the Gold Rush? Yeah, tell everybody where they can find Gold Rush and get this.
Yeah, sure. So single will be out. Yeah, new single will be out here in August sometime. We just don't have an exact date, but I think we'll manage to get it out there. EP to follow, or however we decide to release it, right? We might decide to drop singles, who knows? But whatever we feeling like. Ain't no record label saying, hey, you got to do it like this. No. So you can find Gold Rush on all streaming platforms. You can get it through my page on IG, Deacon Blue Music, right? And then also on YouTube. And then all streaming platforms, you can find it under my name or Papa Fresh's name under I have an IG and YouTube, and I know Papa has IG and YouTube. I don't know how else you promoting, sir. So
Yes, sir. Oh no, yeah, just I need to add the links to my Instagram. Deacon is taking a lot of that on as far as like posting the links and everything. But yeah, it's everywhere. However you consume music, all you got to do is type in Deacon Blue and pop out Fresh, and it'll pop up. Stream that thing, man. Let you know. Look forward to dropping more joints, man, real soon.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dude, I can't wait. I always look forward to you guys' music, man. It's it just keeps getting better and better as you guys go. Like I said, you guys just are like this infinite like you're inspiring each other, and it's just like, you know, it's a great time, man. And you know, keep on having fun with it, and hope to see you guys get together on stage. And man, if that happens, you gotta let me know. I want to be there. I want to chill. I want to chill backstage. I'll be a hype man. I'll just jump around. Like, yeah.
Everybody needs a Danny boy. So
there you go. I was like, I ain't doing that. You know, I ain't doing that. No, but you guys are awesome, man. I always appreciate hanging with you guys, man, and this is, dude, what you guys got going, man, is priceless. So you know, keep it rocking. You know, keep rolling with it.
Same here, Don.
All
Same
right.
here.
Gold Rush is the EP. Check them out. Paw Fresh, Deacon Blue. These guys are dope. And I'll be sharing samples of this stuff throughout the whole piece here. So. All right, fellas. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Don. Holler at you later.
Appreciate you. Take care, guys.
Yeah.